Real quick, I want to do a fair use. Yeah. Yeah. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shai. I want to give all praises and all honor and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakha HaKodash. Right? I give double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and do well. To the elder apostles, bishops in Connecticut, the bishops, the preachers, the teachers, the evangelists, and the four winds, preaching in truth and sincerity, risking your lives more now than ever, the hopeful elect, Shalom. To the Israelite foreigners, whose phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel through your father, and have come back to the fold, Shalom. To your sisters, you Akhwathium, who listen and learn under your husband, which is your spiritual leader, with meekness and with silence. This your brother Aram Yahawada with the lesson. So is it slavery in 2025? Huh? It's a big question mark right here. And yeah, seen Apostle Hard do this lesson, but it was hard to see the video, so I went and looked it up. I found it on what's it called, TikTok, and yeah, so big question marks right there. 2025 slavery in 2025.
I know I ain't tripping. Straight black people. What the fuck is going on? Oh, hell no. Hey, excuse me, what are y'all picking? What the fuck is this? What the fuck is going on? They won't talk to you or nothing. Now they leaving? What the fuck is going on? And who is this white man now all of a sudden he trying to get out of here? Why is he leaving now? And he trying to hide his face. Who is this white dude? What the fuck is going on? So that's some weird ass shit. Hey, what are y'all picking? What's going on? What is this y'all picking? Y'all don't speak English? What the fuck? They don't speak English. The white dude got he see. Yeah, he got out and seen us, man. What the fuck? Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
Okay.
All right. Are y'all okay out here? Sure. Y'all good? Okay. How long have y'all been working out here? Okay. Thank you. What the fuck is going on out here? I know I ain't tripping. Straight black people.
Yeah, so this is slideservice.com. It says the antebellum period. Antebellum refers to the period leading up to the Civil War, right? So during the time of slavery, right? And it led up to a war, right? Civil War, right? What images come to mind when you think of this period, right? And they have basically Jake's in the field, right? Which, you know, they have the, the big house, the plantation house. And then, of course, a slave whipped, right? Which you had that movie. That reminded me of that movie, Antebellum, because that's what came to my mind. But this came up when I typed in Antebellum. Yeah, so this is AI overview. So the story, because it reminded me of Antebellum, bro. Straight up and down. It says the story of Antebellum is a horror film about a successful author named Veronica Henley, who is kidnapped and forced into a horrifying reality on a Confederate plantation. The twist is that the plantation is not a flashback, right? Because when you first watch the movie, it make it look like maybe she went to some portal and went back to the past, like almost like like some type of time machine or something. But then when you keep watching it, as you go, it says not a flashback, but a modern day Civil War reenactment park where she is renamed Eden, right? Eden, Idon, right? Paradise, right? Right? Because that's this white man's paradise, to have you in slavery, right? And subject to racist violence by a group of what? Of wealthy white people, right? She must use her wits to escape from the nightmarish playground for racists and confront the legacy of slavery, right? And that's what this thing was, man. This is crazy, right? Yeah. So this is Revelation chapter 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. So, hey, this is what the self-proclaimed so-called white man has done, and he's basically trying to do it all over again. So it's only natural that you must be led into captivity, right? We don't want to hear Jesus loves. We don't want to hear any of that other thing, you know. We don't want to hear all of a sudden love thy neighbor, because that ain't what you've been doing, right? It only applies to when it's time for you to go into slavery, right? Now it's love your neighbor, and what would Jesus do, and all this other madness. And his name is not Jesus. His real name is Yahweh Shai, and he would put you in slavery. These are his words. This is him, right? Right? It said the word of God became flesh and dwelled among us. Well, this is the word of God, right? So when he comes in the manifestation, right, which he's not going to meet you as a man, he's coming to put you into slavery, right? So it says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must, let's say that again, must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So this is Exodus chapter 21, verse 16. And he that stilleth the man and sell him, right? Showing you this is Yahweh Shai, right? You talk, oh, he's flesh, and the word became flesh, and the flesh dwelt among us, and you know, John 3:16, right? God so loved the world, he loves, well, the flesh, the word became flesh and dwelled among us. It's consistent, right? He come in the volume of the book. So when through the volume of the book, it's consistent with what it says, as you could see. Went all the way to Revelations, which is the end of the book, and we're gonna go all the way pretty much to the beginning, right, of the book, right? Because you know you got Genesis, then Exodus, right? Exodus is right after Genesis, right? So you're talking pretty much the beginning, right? And he that selleth the man, stealeth the man, and selleth him, right, which is slavery, he will lead it to captivity, shall go into captivity. Or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. And then what it says, he that leadeth to captivity shall go into captivity. Who he killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword, and if he found his hand, shall surely be put to death, right? Must be killed by the sword. See the consistency in the Bible and the scriptures. So so if the Lord, well, when the Lord comes, not if, but when he comes, when his manifest body, pure angelic form comes, and to destroy this place and to take his reign and rule over the world, this is what he's going to do, right? Yeah, so this is Isaiah chapter 49 verse 22. Thus saith the outer one, power, the most high Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, behold, feast your eyes, look, pay attention, I will lift up my hand to the Gentiles, right? And to set up my standard to the people, and they shall bring my sons in their arms. So the Gentiles, not talking about God so loved the world, we are the world. No, he's gonna cause you Gentiles, you other nations, to bring his sons in their arms, and thy daughters shall be carried upon their shoulders, right? In servitude, right? Right? When you go back to, those old, those films where they show you like the royal person has like this chair, the seat, and it's covered over with satin and gold, and it has like a bar across it, and then the men put the bar on their shoulder, and then they're walking. That's how they're going to carry our daughter going into servitude, slavery, right? Because it's going to go back to the way it used to be. Because it said that the woman would not adventure to set the soles of her feet upon the ground. So it's going to go back to that way where our women are not even going to put the soles of their feet upon the ground, right? Once more, right? And it says, and the king shall be, right, the kings of the world, all you kings, you presidents, you prime ministers, you Rothschilds, you the Bilderbergs, you DuPonts, you Gettys, you Oppenheimers, right, you kings of the world shall be thy nursing fathers, right? You're gonna bring your substance, your all your wealth. It's gonna come to the Israelites, man, to the true Hebrew Israelites, man, right? And you love your money so much, that's why you're so upset. That's why you kind of come down with great wrath, knowing that you got but a short time. But that's all putting you in the pit. He who dug a pit shall fall into it. Yeah, that's what's going to happen to you. That's what's happening as we speak. And their queens, right? Queen Elizabeth and whatever other women, so-called Edomite women, you put on high, and all you other nations, right? Thy nursing mothers, right? Right? You're going to be our nannies, right? You're going to be our concubines, right? They shall bow down to thee with their faces towards the earth and lick up the dust, right? They're going to be servants. They're going to bow to us, right? They're going to bless us, right? And I believe Pastor Har said that what bless really mean. Bless really means to have slaves, right? That's going to be the true meaning of being blessed, when you have your slaves bowing down to you. That's how you know you're truly blessed. That's when we're going to truly be blessed in the kingdom, where our women, the soles of their feet won't touch the ground, right? And lick up the dust of thy feet, right? Which means they're gonna bow to us. They're gonna be slaves. And thou shalt know that I am Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakadash, for they shall not be ashamed that wait for me. Right? So hey, so this is what it says, the patience and the faith of the saints, right? So this is the consistency of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, right? Right? Yeah, so this is Isaiah chapter 49 and 23. I'm gonna do it at the AMP, right? The Amplified version. It says kings will be your attendants, right? And then basically like a slave, like a flight attendant. She has to attend to everything. Like I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. That to attend to you, right? Which is a slave, right? And their princes, your nurses, they will bow down to you, right? Which is basically showing that they'll have a reverence, right? They're gonna be slaves, with their faces to the earth, and lick up the dust of your feet, and you shall know with an understanding. I like this part. This is the part. That's why I wanted to read it. With the understanding based on personal experience, that I, Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakadash, for they shall not be put to shame, which is the Israelites, the elect, will not be put to shame, right? Who wait and hope expectantly for me, right? I'm going to that real quick because I believe it's bow down, right? Bow down, and it shows that that's not just saying that they're licking the dust off your feet, and like what they used to do before, when they go out there and teach, they use that to get these people to lick the dust of their feet. But it says to bow down, depress, right? Yeah, we're gonna make you depress, bro. That's what you did to us. To bow down, prostrate oneself. Yeah, we're gonna make you prostrate. Yeah, right. Prostrate oneself before superiors, and yeah, we're gonna definitely be your superiors. For superiors in homage, yeah, you're gonna have to pay homage to us, man. Before God in worship, right? And we're basically going to be your gods, right? Because we're going to be like Yahweh Shai. We're going to be gods. So yeah, you're going to worship us, you know what I mean? And you know, so yeah, so this is Psalms chapter 149. Start at 1. It says, praise ye Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Sing unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash, a new song, and his praise in the congregation of the saints. And basically that's what we're doing now, right? Precept upon precept, line upon line. It's the song, right? It's the new song, which is not really new. It's just a refreshing kainos. Let Israel or Yasha Allah rejoice in him that made him. Let the children, really sons, buns of Zion, write memorial to be rejoiceful or rejoiceful in their king, which is Yahweh Shai and King David, right? It says, let them praise his name in a dance, right? We're going to praise Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, right? hey, King David he got moved, so you know he most likely he gonna lead the dance. You know, he's known for dancing for the Lord, right? It says, let them sing praises unto him with the timbrels and harps, right? For Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai taketh pleasure in his people, not the whole world, not everybody that you, any and everybody who believe in all this other madness. His people, which are the Israelites, just said it, Yasha Allah, which is his people, and starting with the elect of Yasha Allah at that. And he will beautify the meek with salvation, right? Deliver us from the slavery of this Edomite. And it says, let the saints, right? The saints are what? That would be patiently waiting. So he that leadeth to captivity shall go into captivity. This is the patience and the faith of the saints. The Lord said, blessed those who wait on me, would have expectations that wait on me, right? Let the saints be joyful in the glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. See, now we're in rest. We're going to be in rest in the kingdom of heaven. We're finally going to be upon our beds resting, right? In rulership and in rest, right? That's the kingdom. It says, let the high praise of power, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakakwadash, be in their mouth, not in everybody's mouth, in Yasha Allah's mouth, the elects, and a two-edged sword, ooh, okay, in their hand. See, now, we're going to get to business. Who killed by the sword, what? Must be killed with the sword, right? Remember that? Right? The volume of the book. Going into he who has a man, and you sell with him, and he be found in your head, surely shall be put to death. So let him, here we come. Let the high praise of the power of the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand to execute vengeance upon the heathen, right? All you other nations, you Gentiles, right? And punishments upon the people, and bind up their kings with chains, right? You put a yoke of iron upon our neck until we were destroyed. We put a yoke of iron upon your neck until you're destroyed. And their nobles with feathers of iron, right? All you so-called smart people, right? You're scientists, you're this, you're that, you're All this, you're going into slavery, man. Your monthly prognosticators, right? Your nobles, they're going into slavery, right? With feathers of iron to execute upon them the judgment written. Oh, wait a minute. I thought he is the volume of the book. The word became flesh and dwelled among us, brother. Well, yes, you're right. The word became flesh and dwelled among us. And hey, he's gonna return again. And then he said, what? You're gonna to execute vengeance, to execute judgment, right? So like to execute judgment, them the judgment written. This honor have all the saints, which is really only dealing with the Israelites, Yasha Allah, right? This honor have all his saints, and the only way that you can be a saint is you have to be an Israelite to be a saint, right? Praise ye Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakaha, Kodash, Tawada. So, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shai. We give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakaha, Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and do well. To the elder apostles, bishops in Connecticut, the bishops, the preachers, the teachers, the evangelists, and the four winds, preaching in truth and sincerity, risking your lives more now than ever, the hopeful elect. The elect, Shalom. To the Israelite foreigners whose phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel through your father and have come back to the fold. Shalom. To you sisters, your Akhwathiim, who listen and learn under your husband, which is your spiritual leader, with meekness and with silence and a Bible ball. Kwam Yasharallah.